And welcome back to the channel. On this video I'm going to be riding the Ride One Up Cafe Cruiser. I have not ridden this bike in quite some time, so I'm going to take it out today and do a ride here. And this bike is a Class 3 e-bike, which means it throttles to 20 miles per hour and can pedal beyond 20 up to 28 miles per hour. And what I want to talk about on this video is just that. Class 3 e-bikes, particularly in the state of Florida. So they have a newly filed bill in Florida is aiming to change the way the Sunshine State regulates high-speed electric bicycles. If it passes, it could have significant implications for riders and retailers alike. Basically, the proposed legislation, the HB 243, was filed and is set to be considered during the Florida's upcoming legislative session. The bill introduces several new requirements for electric bikes and scooters, including a mandatory driver's license or learner's permit for anyone operating a Class 3 e-bike that's an e-bike capable of pedal assist at speeds between 21 and 28 miles per hour. So there's other things as part of this bill, but that's the gist of it, and I'm going to hop on and we're going to talk about this. This is huge because this is going to affect a lot of people who ride e-bikes, and I can tell you that every single e-bike I own, I have 6 of them at the moment, and I have an electric scooter. The scooter goes just a little bit over 20 miles per hour, but it still goes beyond 20 miles per hour. All of my e-bikes go over 20. You know, they're usually, or they're all basically Class 3, or I have a couple that go beyond even Class 3 speeds if you want to go that fast. So, let's get by this noisy. So, the thing I don't like about it is the fact that even if you're not even, most times I ride the bike, like right now, I'm not even going anywhere near that kind of speed, but the bike is capable of going that speed. So if the bike is capable of going that speed, they're starting right now saying the license, and I don't know if insurance is going to follow. They're also going to have beyond 28 miles per hour, any of those bikes are going to be considered electric motorcycles, and they're going to require license, insurance, and registration. Now, they did not say insurance and registration for the bikes that go 21 miles per hour to 28 miles per hour, but who knows, that could be next. And then it really gets, you know, interesting because, you know, I think it all comes down to, I'm pretty sure it's all about money. So if they're not getting money even with the license thing, well, they are going to get some people, I guess. But the insurance is where, and registration, you know, and is where they're going to get you. The thing is, too, you'd need a license plate on your bike. I think you need a license plate on your bike if they're going to do the licensing thing. And then if you have several bikes, then you have to get all the bikes licensed, or if it was for insurance, can you keep flipping your insurance over for each bike, or does each bike have to have its own insurance policy? Or do you just register as a e-bike rider and pay a flat insurance for all the bikes? I don't know. Anyway, this is quite a huge deal, I think, because what happens to the guys out there and women that have some disability, and because of that disability they're unable to get a driver's license? They lose their ability to get around on a bike, and I assume a trike What if your trike goes over 20 miles an hour? You got a trike that goes 25 miles an hour. You'd now need a license to drive that or to ride it. Let me know your thoughts on this new bill proposal, and do you think that's going to be the beginning of the shakeup in the e-bike world? Basically, what they're doing or trying to do, it sounds to me like, is they're trying to eliminate Class 3 e-bikes altogether. They're pushing to just have them removed. They don't want them there. They don't want them around. They don't want you going beyond 20 miles per hour. Like I say, for me, I don't even ride usually beyond that kind of speed. Like right now I'm going 18, which is pretty quick. So, but there's a lot of riders that go, you know, a lot faster because they're commuting. That's their commute to work and to the grocery store and everywhere else. But I think the license is only the beginning. It's not going to stop at license. They're going to want the complete, you know, insurance, registration, and the whole bit. Plate your bike. But the people that with disabilities, I guess, I don't know. I'm not sure what you can do. The other thing I should mention too in this proposal is riders under the age of 16 can no longer operate any e-bike that has a motor 750 watts or more. Does that mean they can still ride a 500 watt motor though, bike? It's so confusing, the whole thing. And Florida, I guess I haven't ridden this bike in a while. It has squeaky brakes now. And Florida's just the start, I think, here. And it's funny because I just recently did a video and I could see this coming. You know, the crackdown is, if you want to call it that, is coming. And I still think it's in its early stages till they get this all situated and settled, but I think they're on the verge of just banning Class 3 e-bikes. I really think it's coming down to that. They don't want, all of a sudden, they don't want them anymore. I don't know. You got two sides on this, right? That are really, you're either loving the e-bikes or you're despising them. It seems to me there's nobody that's in the middle. They seem to either really like them, which I'm in that category, and then you get the other ones who probably have never ridden an e-bike in their life making the decisions. And they're saying that safety, they're bringing up every time safety, safety, safety. And the funny thing is, when I hear an accident on an e-bike, you'll hear there's, you know, you're bound to have accidents on anything. No matter what it is, accidents happen, right? They're going to continue to happen way beyond our lifetimes. So that's not going to go away. But they're saying about all these e-bike accidents, and you know, I hardly, compared to cars accidents, I hardly hear any e-bike accidents, but they just get magnified and blown up. When there's one accident, it hits the front page, I swear, and they make a big deal over it, like they really blow it up. And let's face it though, any accident is a big deal. We shouldn't, you know, we don't want to have anybody getting hurt or killed on anything. But they really focus in on the e-bike and say, those e-bikes again, you know, there's another accident on an e-bike. But cars, they can just plow through people and that's fine. It's the e-bikes that like have a target, I swear, that they can do no right. And And like I say, I think a lot of times the ones that are making these laws, or the big stink about, you know, the e-bikes and their problems and accidents and safety hazards and everything else, they've probably never ridden one in their life. And look, I'm showing you right now that you can ride an e-bike and it's perfectly fine. You're not running people over, you're not causing accidents, I'm not swerving in and out of cars, I'm not going a million miles an hour or anything. But even though I'm not even going 20 miles an hour, I can't legally, unless you have a driver's license, you can't legally ride this bike, because it's capable of going over 20 miles an hour. These cars are capable of going a lot faster than the speed limit on the road, and they're not illegal or anything. Anyway, I think it's the start of something bigger. I really do. I think insurance and registration and the whole bit's coming next. And Florida's really pushing it now. We'll see. It's not passed yet, so it's not law yet. I'm going to do a UE right here. So let me know your thoughts on this. Does it bother you in any way? Do you care? Are you just going to ride it because you have your license anyway, your driver's license, or are you thinking like me that there's something else coming down the road in the not too distant future? They start with the license and then they add on insurance and registration. And let me know in the comments, is your bike capable of going beyond 20 miles per hour? Geez, downhill, I think they all are capable. And you know, the other thing, if you compare it to traditional bikes, my brakes are really squeaky. Compared to traditional bikes, like traditional bikes can go pretty darn fast too, beyond 20 miles an hour, but that's okay. Is it because the bike has a motor on it? Like even if you're riding slower than the traditional bike, because it has the motor, that's why they want to go for the license and future insurance and all that. Anyway, this is brand new news to me anyway, that they're going that far. I mean, I knew that this was coming, but I thought it was going to be bikes that go beyond class 3. I really did. I did not know they were going to nab the ones that are between class 2 and class 3, between 20 and 28 miles per hour. I mean, first they said you can only pedal to that speed and no throttle. Now they want to take it all away. That's going to do it for this video. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel, thank you very much. Just hit that subscribe button. If you want to be notified as to when the next video comes up on the channel, just hit that notification bell. And if you want to leave a comment on this video, I'm sure lots of people have opinions on this or any other video that you've seen on the channel, go ahead and leave that in the comments below. Once again, thank you for joining me on this video. And until next time, be safe everyone, enjoy your e-bikes, and keep your wheels on the road. See you later.